There are two types of cleaning businesses that you can build. One that gives you freedom and time, and the other one that traps you in a job, and it's harder than anything you've ever done. I mean this. The crazy part? The trap looks easier when you're just starting out. And in this video, I'm gonna show you that difference. You're also gonna have the answer to these three questions, starting with number one. How do poorly run cleaning businesses secretly, why are they harder than 9 to 5s like you're saying? Number two, what do successful cleaning business owners focus on that people who aren't successful are maybe missing? And number three, why do most people build the wrong cleaning business? It's true, I was one of those people. And they don't realize it until it's too late. So if you've been thinking about starting a cleaning business, this is going to save you possibly at least 6 months to a year of frustration. What's going on, everybody? Mike Mack here, founder of AutomatedCleaningBusiness.com. I also wrote this micro book, 10 Commandments of a High Ticket Cleaning Business. For now, it's free. Comment high ticket below and I'll get it sent right over to you. Okay, back to business. Here's what nobody tells you about starting a cleaning business. There are two completely different models that you can choose from. And no, I'm not talking about just residential and commercial. More on that in a minute. One model gives you financial flexibility and freedom, while the other model is giving you a prison that is really hard to escape from. See, most people accidentally choose the prison model because, why? Because it looks easier when you're starting out. See, they don't realize this mistake until they're already trapped. Again, I keep pointing at myself for this. Let me show you the difference so you don't make the same mistake. Okay, so let's get right into the root of it. How are poorly run cleaning businesses secretly harder than a 9 to 5? See, it all comes down to not positioning your company effectively. What do I mean? When you don't know how to get clients coming to you, well, then you end up spending most of your day chasing. And when you're chasing, you're typically ending up with the wrong types of clients. Clients who are honestly looking to just save a little bit of money. See, these cheap clients mean that you can't pay your cleaners well enough. And when you can't pay your cleaners well, then you can't keep great cleaners. Bad cleaners do bad work. Clients complain, cleaners quit, and now you're stuck with a choice. Keep losing clients because of bad cleaning or start doing the cleaning yourself. So what do? Well, most people don't know it's a problem at first, so you end up just picking up the mop, telling yourself it's just temporary, just until you find the right people, just until you can afford to pay more. I mean, if you've already started, doesn't that sound familiar? But here, my friends, is the trap. See, now you're working nights and weekends cleaning buildings. You're driving all over town, you're dealing with supply runs, equipment problems, and because you're stretched thin, your cleaning starts slipping, and now your phone starts ringing 9 a.m. with complaints from your customers. Look, you didn't start this cleaning business to be a cleaner or you wouldn't be watching this channel. You started this business to escape your boss in a lot of cases. But I'm telling you right now, if you're not careful, all you're gonna do with this business is create a situation where you get 10 to 15 of the worst types of bosses. You started this business to escape your boss, for most of you. But if you do it wrong, you'll have 15 more bosses who all expect you to run at the drop of a hat whenever there's a missed paperclip. See, you thought you'd be making more money, but after gas, supplies, insurance, equipment, you're making less per hour than your old job. And I see this all the time. You think that okay, I just need to get away from the grind, but then you start working 60 hours a week instead of 40 on a business that's not even that profitable. So what do most people do? They say the answer is more clients, more this, more that. And what you end up realizing eventually, like I did, is more isn't your problem, it's your model. That's the problem. But don't worry, I'm not here to bum you out. I'm here to help you. So what did I eventually figure out? What do successful cleaning business owners focus on that most people struggling don't? Well, I know for me, once I was making money and I was cleaning 70 hours a week with my wife, freedom became the most important thing in the world to me. So what did I do? I started changing how I looked at the business. See, money became the second most important thing to me because I just wanted freedom. And so how do you do that? How do you accomplish that? Well, you start building a business that works without you needing to be inside of it all the time. See, that for me is when everything changed. See, most people where they get it wrong is they focus on getting any client who will pay them. See, successful people who are thinking long-term, they are targeting people who pay enough to make the business hyper profitable. Talking about $5,000 a month plus. See, where I got it wrong in the beginning, and I see so many people do the same mistakes, is you focus on the wrong things. You major in minor things, as Tony Robbins would say, and you try to do everything yourself to micromanage. But the mindset shift needed is you need to hire earlier to get all this stuff off your plate so you can focus on getting the right clients in the door. And when the right clients get in the door, it is so much easier to get the right cleaners in the door because cleaners care about the accounts they're cleaning. Another mistake is when you try to compete on price. See, when you're really nailing it and you're ready to scale your company is when you know you are putting a price together that's put together solely on quality. That's a big difference. It's gonna be a huge difference how much money you're making. And a lot of times, especially beginners, you try to overcompensate by just working harder and harder and harder, but it's a zero-sum game after a while because you're not gonna be able to outwork a cleaning company that has got their systems dialed in and they are focused on working smarter. See, to be successful in this game, in any business, it takes you having to think differently than you've been thinking. I'll give you an example. Someone in the beginning of their business sees a $200 house cleaning opportunity and thinks like, great, I can do that. I'll make $200 today. Whereas somebody in a more systems mindset is going to see that and they're gonna say, $200, that's 4 hours, it's like 50 bucks an hour. It's a lot of drive time. I mean, that's not really worth it. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. And why? For a client who may not be with me 2 weeks later? See, part of being successful is just asking different questions. Like, how can I make more money with less work? How can I build something that grows without me? How can I create a business that gives me freedom instead of taking it away? Is it possible? Of course it is. See, when you ask better questions, you get better answers. So if you're new to this, clearly, the smarter way to do it is to build the right business from day one. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Hit that like button if you do. I mean, why would you fall into the trap otherwise? Why do people fall into that trap? I mean, Mike, you're Mr. YouTube. How did you fall into that trap? I fell into that trap because that way seems easier. Now, I wasn't working with residential clients, but I was working with small commercial clients, and I just kept stacking, just hustle, just outwork everybody, hard work. And in reality, I wasn't building systems, I wasn't making more money, and I definitely wasn't getting more freedom, but it felt easier in the beginning. And oftentimes in life, what feels easier in the beginning ends up costing you on the back end, right? For a lot of people, eating ice cream for dinner sounds more fun and it's easier, but it causes trouble on the back end. Versus eating the protein, eating the carrots and the vegetables, and then getting to the potatoes, right? But it's so much better off for you. Business is the same way. Hopefully that makes sense. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there's a better way. There's a way that's going to lead to more money and more freedom. And the one thing I want to encourage you to think about for a second is, have other people already figured out this problem? Meaning, are other people running the type of business that I want to be running? If you're not sure, I can give you the answer. The answer is yes. Myself and the people I've been mentoring for the last 5 years. Why? Because they picked the right model. So if you're curious how this model works and you'd like to work with me directly and my team to help you, click one of the first 2 links in the description. They will help you out, okay? It's all about the right model. I just need you picking the right model. Even if you decide never to work with me, that's perfectly fine with me. If you're just here like, all right, shut up, next video, Mike, I got you, relax. Go check it out right there. I'll see you over there. Peace out, Cub Scouts.